going to bring out first the incredible chef, Chris Tucker. Actually, all the partners come out, right? Or just one by one? One by one. Chris Tucker, everyone. Incredible vegan chef. Oh, you've got to. Absolutely.
Hey everyone, have you been enjoying the food at the summit so far this week? That's incredible. So we are one of the only climate summits who actually listens to the science behind food and does completely vegan in the food that we offer here at the summit. And we do that because we know it's the biggest impact you can make for the climate. Thank you. Whenever you come to one of our events, you don't have to worry about if something has dairy in it or if it's meat-free. Everything is going to be completely climate friendly in terms of what we serve. So I'm a vegan chef. I work for a company called Chunk Foods. It's a hyper-realistic plant-based steak alternative. In terms of the emissions, when we're talking about these alternatives, right, I'm sure people are always like, well, what are the differences? So if you were to just have a regular steak compared to a fillet of chunk, the difference in emissions there is about 90%. So it's 90% less carbon emissions is produced when you're eating a piece of plant-based meat opposed to just a standard American diet, if you will. So that's why we think that it's really important to walk the walk when you're putting on an event like this and you're serving dairy or you're serving meat. It's kind of negating the true work that needs to be done. So that's why we here at the summit think it's really important to go that extra step. And if you're not somebody who thinks that you can really embrace a full vegan diet, it's all about making those small changes. Like start doing the simple swaps, like adding oat milk to your coffee in the morning instead of using dairy. That's a really easy way to start making a really big change by yourself. And then from there, you start making swaps and, from that point on. So we've had some really great partners join us this week. We've had Rebel Cheese, we've had Prime Roots, we've had Chunk last night. You're gonna see Chunk again on the menu tonight in a pasta bar. And so we really just try to highlight and support local restaurants here within the community, and then also uplift some of those really incredible gourmet brands that are on the market and available to you in your local grocery store. So then when you're doing your next round of shopping, you can say, oh, I remember having that alternative at the summit, and I'm gonna go ahead and make that swap so I can be more climate positive in my own activities at home when I'm making food. And that's what we do, and I hope you guys can start implementing some of those things in your daily life if you don't already do it. And if you have any questions about how you might want to do that, or maybe you enjoyed some of the recipes this week and you'd like to start making chickpea tuna salad instead of using tuna and depleting our oceans, please feel free to come up and ask me. I would be happy to get you more information. Thanks, guys.
All right. Vegan Chef Chris Tucker. Thanks, Chris. Up next, from the legendary, the Norman Lear Center, please welcome Ksenia from the Norman Lear Center.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ksenia Koropkova. I'm a researcher at the Norman Lear Center. And we, like most of you all, are fueled by the knowledge that stories can positively affect the world. So we were founded in 2000 by the Norman Lear. And we have two different arms where we study and shape the impact of media and entertainment on society. So to do this, we have two arms: Hollywood Health and Society. They do the shaping, and the Media Impact Project, where we do the studying. And when we study media, we study all kinds of stories: scripted, unscripted, entertainment, documentaries, journalism, and so on. In the climate space, we have lots of different reports and resources for you that I'm here to highlight. So we did one report on the presence of single-use plastics on screen. We did one report on what does climate change look like in scripted media, in unscripted media, and you can click those. Those are resources in and of themselves. And one of our last projects, or a resource to come out of one of our last projects, is a research database. So with USC Public Exchange team and with the Sustainable Entertainment Alliance, we've put together a large annotated living database of research and trends that are connected to climate and sustainability on screen. And I say it's a living database because you can actually add to it. So if you go to this link or the link in your action guide, you can suggest more research that will arm this database. It has lots of different items, so mostly research, reviews, polls, surveys, and it focuses on 5 major topics: audience insights. So what do different kinds of audiences demand and want to see in climate content? Industry insights. So what's going on in the media industry when it comes to sustainability on and off the screen? Business rewards and business risks, including what is the business risk of staying silent about the climate crisis? And generally, what do we know about the social impact of entertainment? We hope that this database and lots of research that we do helps you in at least 3 ways. We hope that you find the relevant research, find the relevant trends and gaps, and do more research. We hope that you learn more about the business risks and rewards of climate content. And finally, we hope that this stuff helps you make the case for more content about the climate crisis. Thank you.
Thank you, Ksenia from the Norman Lear Center. I love the Norman Lear Center. Up next, another partner from Client Earth. Please welcome Allie from Client Earth.
Let's see. Hi everyone, good afternoon. I'm so grateful to be here. I am excited to spend a few minutes introducing you to Client Earth. This QR code will be up at the very end of the presentation, so if anything I say is interesting, you have 3 minutes to pull out your phone. We are holding corporations directly accountable for a livable planet in kind of a unique, under the radar way. We're a group of public interest attorneys who left the corporate world to go and sue the biggest corporate polluters using their playbook, using things like fraud, bankruptcy, fraud, bankruptcy, racketeering, traditional legal tools to keep them accountable for what they're doing to destroy our Earth. I'm not one of our attorneys, but we have 10 incredible lawyers across the US doing this work. Here in the US, the main case you'll see if you go to our website focuses on these zombie wells. Raise your hand if you've seen one of these wells in your neighborhood. Yeah, not only are they an eyesore, they are creating so much pollution. They release tons of methane. There's over 4 million of them scattered across the United States. 2.1 million of them are left unplugged. And what happens is these oil companies set up the well. They have these reports to tell them when the well is starting to peter out. They then pass the well on to a smaller oil company destined to go bankrupt. Taxpayers are then responsible to clean it up if it gets cleaned up. So we have a case active in Colorado right now to hold that oil company accountable. What I want to spend a minute talking to you about is a case that's still being developed. You won't see this on our website, but I'm really excited to get to give a little preview of our work in holding the insurance industry accountable. In light of the recent LA wildfires, this is really important to our attorneys, and I'm so grateful they're taking this on. They're scoping out how insurance companies are contributing to the climate crisis. And really, the insurability crisis is showing us that nowhere is safe. Everywhere we live is at risk of being a place that we can't live anymore, and insurance companies have had the most advanced climate modeling since the 1970s. To know when to pull out. So all of us are at risk of losing this coverage, and they're making so much money off of it. So for example, in 2024, the insurance industry had over $1 trillion with a T dollars in surplus, and $500 billion is going directly into funding the fossil fuel industry. So our attorneys are looking at this interconnectedness and saying, okay, if we can interrupt the flow of money from going to the fossil fuel industry, by holding insurance companies accountable, we could make some real lasting change. If any of this speaks to you, you find it interesting, please find me, come talk to me. I'm Allie. Some of my team members are around the conference, and here's our QR code. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Allie. Client Earth is so great. Lawyers showing up. So good. Okay, this is our last partner. Are you ready? It's an incredible documentary called We Are Guardians. Julia is going to talk about it, but I believe she'll come out and I believe there's going to be a video. We Are Guardians.
Olá pessoal, sou Edivan Guajajara, sou indígena do povo Guajajara do estado do Maranhão, do território indígena Araribóia. Sou filmmaker indígena, também faço parte da direção do Somos Guardiões, que é um filme, é um documentário que não é apenas um documentário, não é apenas mais um filme, é muito mais além do que isso. O Somos Guardiões traz a mensagem de impacto às pessoas, o quanto é importante a preservação da cultura, o quanto é importante a preservação da Amazônia, o quanto é importante os povos indígenas fazerem esse trabalho, não só para eles, mas para toda a humanidade.
Guardiões são protetores, somos verdadeiros protetores de água, floresta, animais. Qualquer coisa que eu escolher, qualquer madeireiro, me matam.
A opção onde não existe. Onde não existe no mundo.
Destruir a Amazônia é, em parte, destruir a nós mesmos.
Morre se preciso for por esse pedaço de floresta que existe.
Ele vai coar o PSF pro mundo.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. I'm Julia J. Posen, a progressive organizer, founding member of Artists for Amazonia, and impact producer with We Are Guardians. So Indigenous people make up 5% of the world's population, yet protect 80% of our biodiversity. And we know that when Indigenous people are monitoring forests, there's fewer crimes, less clear cutting, and less violent activity. We know that Indigenous leadership must be protected and respected, yet the Amazon is dangerously close to a tipping point where the rainforest would transform into dry grasslands, dumping billions of tons of carbon into our atmosphere. The best way that we can help is by investing in frontline communities. Each screening of We Are Guardians brings people together to understand what's at stake, to inspire meaningful action, and to turn viewers into guardians of their own communities. So far, Impact Campaign has raised over $900,000, and that money is buying drones and cameras and radios and firefighting equipment and delivering it to communities in the forest. It's funding Indigenous journalists and creators and workshops that prepare communities to politically engage at COP30 in Belém this November. We're launching a theatrical tour across the US and Canada in 50 cities, and we're starting right here in Santa Monica this Friday, June 6th, at the Liam Lee Monica Film Center. So use that QR code right there, right now, get your tickets, and experience the beauty of the Amazon on the big screen. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That is it. This looks so beautiful. That is it. So thank you to Chris, Ksenia, Ali, Julia, and to Chris is just vegan chef man, Chris Tucker, to We Are Guardians, Client Earth, Norman Lear Center. And now is time for you to go downstairs and eat some food. We will be back here at 6 p.m., but you can also stay here if you just want a quiet moment. If you just want to sit in a corner, we won't bother you. But we'll be back here with more programming at 6 p.m. We will see you then. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful meal.